It is time to go flying through the skies of Gotham City again. Good evening, good morning, whatever time of day it is for you. Welcome to this thing that I am doing called Thor's Entertainment. I am going to be your Batman piloting host, Thor. Today I'm moving on to another side mission within Batman Arkham Knight, specifically Creature of the Night. Creature of the Night is a side mission that focuses on Manbat. I'm going to be honest, I don't really have a whole lot of knowledge on Manbat. Other than seeing him in a few other things, good old Dr. Kurt Langstrom is not really a character I have followed much throughout DC. But regardless, this is the side mission that highlights him, so I'm sure we're going to find out plenty along the way. Rather than draw out this intro any longer, let's go ahead and get started. Now, normally, to start the Creature of the Night side mission, you have to grapple up to select buildings throughout Gotham City, where you're going to get a jump scare. Whenever you try to pull yourself on top of the building, Mr. Man-Bat here will come out and do a little jump scare and fly away. What I did not realize was if you never actually trigger that animation when you're playing through the standard game, City of Fear, whenever you progress through the game, you're going to eventually see him flying around on his own. You never have to trigger the jump scare. If you get too far, he just decides, screw this guy, I'm gonna go enjoy the sights.
Alfred, run analysis on the blood sample I just uploaded.
Right you are, Master Bruce. I'm searching for possible matches now. How you managed to get this sample is beyond me, sir. Ah, here we are. The blood is heavily mutated, but we have a partial match, a Dr. Kirk Langstrom.
Search for any properties in Gotham owned or leased by Dr. Langstrom.
Certainly. Let me see. He and his wife lease a basement laboratory in Chinatown. I'm sending you the address. It's the freaking bat!
All ones. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them started flying.
That tortured creature was once a man. Dr. Kirk Langstrom. There must be a cause for this transformation. His lab might hold the answer.
Proceed with caution, sir. The creature could well be hiding in familiar surroundings.
Come on, elevator, be nice, and please let me just push this button. Please, please, please. And down we go. I am going to be taking my time looking through the lab of Dr. Kurt Langstrom. There's a lot of cool little detail put in here for somewhere that you're probably only ever going to see once throughout the game. So let's just take a moment to enjoy the sights. After all, the developers of the game put all this work into it, we may as well stop and enjoy it.
I'm so proud of you, honey. Go on. Tell them what you've done.
Hello, world. No, it's terrible.
Go on. Just be yourself.
Okay. Full genetic resplicing was a success. The recombinant molecule...
Honey, you're doing it again. How about in English?
Yes, of course. Sorry. So, what we've done is merged the DNA of Desmodus rotundus, the vampire bat, into the human chain. This breakthrough it will, prevent and cure deafness in all humanity. How was that?
Perfect, sweetie.
Are you getting this, honey?
I think so. Is the red light on? Kirk? Honey, are you okay? Oh my God! Kirk! so proud of you, honey. Go on. Tell them what you've done.
There's a computer. Maybe it contains some answers.
No, that's
Go on. Just be yourself.
okay. Full genetic resplicing was a success. The recombinant molecule.
Honey, you're doing it again. How about in English?
Yes.
Blunt trauma to the head. Langstrom had no idea what he was doing.
Merged the DNA of Desmodus rotundus, the vampire bat, into the human chain. This breakthrough it will prevent and cure deafness in all humanity. How is that?
Perfect, sweetie.
This computer stores all of Dr. Langstrom's research. Mixing his DNA with a vampire bat? That was never going to end well. If I search through his files, I may be able to create an antidote to his condition. I need to isolate the Manbat signature and remove it from Langstrom's DNA.
So we get a little bit of a mini game here where we have to line up the two different DNA strands to where they kind of mirror each other. I'm going to go ahead and be completely honest, I was not really trying to do that whenever I was playing this minigame. What I was doing instead was just randomly going left and right and turning the DNA strand and just hoping that the percentage went up instead of down. As you can tell, that was not going very well, but yet I was being very stubborn. So we are going to fade to black so I don't make all of you suffer who are watching. And we will pick this back up as soon as I'm close to completion.
That's it. I've created a clean DNA sample. Now all I need to do is make him take his medicine. Alfred, I've synthesized a cure in Langstrom's lab. Now I just need to find him.
Any idea where he may be hiding?
He's not in control of his actions. He could be anywhere.
No one knows this city better than you, Master Bruce. You'll find him.
His wife? Your parents? What is it about dead relatives that turned you into a giant rodent?
I will show you on the map that the next place you're going to see Kirk Langstrom flying around is going to be somewhere near the GCPD. So the progression of Creature of the Night is a little less friendly than the missions that we have done prior to now.
Sir, there's been numerous sightings of the Bat creature over Bleak Island. Move fast or you'll lose him.
With Azrael, you can go between every single main event until you reach the end. With Firefly, you can basically do the same thing, with the only limitation being that the Batmobile has to be available on each island in order to complete it. And then with the Firemen, basically the same thing. Here, you're a little bit limited in how fast you can progress because Kirk will not be flying around the rest of the city until you advance to a certain point in the game. It doesn't matter whether or not the Batmobile is available or other things, it really just depends on your story progression.
I administered the antidote, but it wasn't enough. I need to track him down and inject him again.
So in a way, this is kind of a late game mission, at least if you look at it from the perspective of completion, because you're not going to be able to complete it until you're almost done with the game. Just one dose of the cure wasn't quite enough, but I am going to go ahead and say that one more will do the trick. Let's go ahead and inject the Man-Bat with the cure one more time and wrap this thing up.
Sir, there's been a number of sightings of the Bat creature over Founders Island. Good luck clipping its wings.
Cash, I've captured Dr. Langstrom and administered the cure. I need you to prep an isolation chamber. I'm bringing him in.
Sure thing. I'll get right on.
Unlike with most people that you take the GCPD and the Batmobile, Dr. Kurt Langstrom is still kind of sort of maybe in Manbat form and is not going to be doing any talking throughout this drive. So, since it is going to otherwise be a very quiet drive to GCPD, I'm going to go ahead and use this time to do my outro, or at least start it. From start to finish, Creature of the Night is actually a really quick side mission. It is kind of made longer based on story progression, but it really doesn't need to be. Remove all of my commentary and, showing you the map location for where he is, and also just selecting the mission again so you can hear unique dialogue. This side mission is easily completable in under 10 minutes. The only thing that makes it somewhat long is the fact that each part of this side mission is only acquirable once you've progressed through the story, City of Fear, to a certain point. So even though you can only complete it whenever you're nearly done with the entire game, it really doesn't seem like a mission that should require you to have to put that much time into it to finish.
Just when I think I've seen it all. He gonna be okay.
Physically, yes.
Where's Francine? Where is she?
She's dead, Kirk.
Oh. She can't be. I didn't. What have I done?
The serum, it changed you. You lost control.
What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Sweet Francine.
Other than that weird little scenario for completion, this mission's fine. It's just another, scavenger hunt style side mission. After you either initiate the jump scare at the beginning of the side mission or you find him flying around, you then need to seek him out and see if he is flying around certain other parts of the city. You're going to run into him once on every single island that is playable, and then we are going to retrieve him and take him to GCPD. The one thing that's going to break that up is going to his lab, seeing the video that explains what he was doing and why he got turned into a bat creature, and then gives you the means for the cure. I don't really have any complaints about the side mission. It's brief, and as a result, it's kind of hard for it to stick around long enough to annoy you, and it gives you something to look out for throughout the entire time you're playing through the main game. My only real complaint is that you just have to fly into the Manbat in order to tackle him every single time, and then eventually you just win. There's not much of a challenge to that, especially if you kind of already know where to look for him. So, if it were done over, I kind of wish there'd be a little bit more of a fight, or at least more of a challenge to capture him. But it is what it is. It's not bad, it's just really, really brief. Kind of. All right, we have locked away Dr. Kurt Langstrom so that he can come down from his post-transformation trauma, which means we are done with Creature of the Night. To anyone who watches this, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to look up at the sky and avoid bat creatures. Stick around for the next video if you will, and if you don't, that's fine too. Otherwise, take care, and hopefully I will see you next time.